Next, I'd like to introduce our Student Government President, Sophia Wirth. Sophia is a junior in the School of Public Affairs from Weston, Massachusetts.
Morning, everyone. I want everybody to take a second to turn to the right or the left and high-five the person next to you. Okay, now everybody turn around and high-five the person behind you. Oh. All right, now that I've got your attention, good morning. Parents, family members, class of 2018 Eagles, welcome to American University. My name is Sophia Wirth. I'm your Student Government President, and it is my privilege and my honor to be here speaking with you today. I'd like everybody to raise their hand if they've ever been labeled. Yeah, almost all of us came out of high school with a label. Mine was square, or rhombus for the geometry nerds out there. But people like to compartmentalize, because putting things into organized boxes with labels and descriptors makes our chaotic world easier to wrap our heads around. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty quirky person. In true Massachusetts fashion, I'm absolutely obsessed with the Kennedys. I've got a thing for brightly colored pants. I ride a razor scooter with red, white, and blue tassels around campus just for the kick of it, and yet, despite being on wheels most of the time, I can't seem to make it on time to anything. Coming from one home where your image has been defined by you and for you, to a new home where you have the opportunity to make one anew is challenging. And to be honest, when I walked into this amphitheater for the first time 2 years ago, I was downright terrified. What would people think of me, this square who had a habit of walking around with a pencil behind her ear? Would I fit in? But here's the inherent problem: fitting in. We don't like those words here at AU, because they have no business being spoken in a place where diversity and uniqueness are the only defining words that we choose to live our lives by. And so here we all are, myself included, with an opportunity to define or leave undefined the kinds of people we'd like to be. Every so often in the course of our lives, we come across opportunities. Sometimes we stumble upon them, other times they are dropped into our laps, other times still, we earn them. In the end, however, what matters most is not the way in which we came across an opportunity, but whether or not we choose to seize it. Now, choosing to seize opportunity, choosing a challenge as opposed to a life of ease, that's one of the hardest decisions we can make in this life. But by being here, by sitting in the seats of this amphitheater, you have already chosen. You are joining this American University community at a time when excellence and innovation have taken charge of this campus in a way never seen before. Around every corner is a new building. Down every hallway are new compost bins and hydro stations. In every classroom, there are professors at the tops of their field and students at the peak of their potential. Amongst your fellow classmates, there are individuals from 130 different countries and all 50 states. 88% of you will participate in an internship before you graduate. 58% of you will spend a semester or more studying abroad in another country, exploring the territories and cultures of another land. Amongst your fellow classmates, there are 24 different faiths represented. We are the most politically active school in the nation, and at every turn we meet our passion for academics with our passion for living a life of use to others. One of the most incredible things about American University is that as a community, we excel in our academic pursuits, but then we go beyond them. We experience all that we can, and then on campus, and then we go beyond it. We do what we can in this city, and then we go beyond it. We are constantly striving to do better, to give more, to expand our impact beyond the bubble most people are content to reside in. John F. Kennedy once said, "We choose to go to the moon." We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win. The only thing limiting us from our own potential is the belief that our potential is limited. We are empowered by our parents, by our family members, by our friends and teachers and mentors. We are empowered by each other to take on and embrace the challenge of seized opportunities. American University, We are a community of care. We are a community of people who reject labels, who reject the notion of fitting in, who instead celebrate our existence outside of the boxes. And so I don't want to say I'll leave you with these pieces of advice because I'm not leaving. This is just the beginning of our time together. But I will end with a few things to consider. First, try the tenders in our tavern, because they're delicious. Second, if you're going to tweet about President Kerwin, be sure to end the tweet with hashtag Kerwinning. And third, well, this one's up to you. Think of it, change it, settle on it, and then change it again. Our experience here cannot be summed up by one line of advice. And so it begins. Look out for me and my scooter on the quad the next time you're up there. Have a wonderful Eagle Summit. I'll be waiting for you when you all arrive again in August. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. Now we'll hear some words of wisdom.